Have you ever experienced the unsettling feeling of being eyed with envy by someone? How often have you pondered on deciphering whether someone harbors envy towards you? In a world where human interactions are rife with complexities and subtleties, it's common to encounter the specter of envy, which can disrupt our emotional equilibrium. But what if we could adeptly discern these negative sentiments in others and fortify ourselves against them? In this video, through Asen's narrative, we'll unveil 8 customary expressions employed by envious individuals when conversing with us. This insight will empower us to distinguish genuine sincerity from veiled envy. So, if you're eager to learn how to identify those who envy you and safeguard your mental well-being and inner peace, stay tuned till the end. But before delving in, if you haven't already, do subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to stay abreast of our latest content for your spiritual evolution. Kizo, the renowned Buddhist monk known for his profound wisdom and adeptness in guiding spiritual seekers, resides in a secluded monastery nestled within the Himalayan mountains. One dawn, as the sun cast its glow upon the mountain peaks, a group of devoted disciples, having journeyed from distant lands, congregated for one of Kizo's highly anticipated teachings, this time on envy. With a serene smile, Kizo welcomed them, his gaze meeting each disciple's, a gesture of warm acceptance. Seating himself tranquilly, he commenced his discourse. "Dear friends," he began, his tone tranquil, "envy is a shadowy emotion capable of instigating profound suffering, both for its harbinger and its target. To confront it, we must first recognize its presence." Continuing, he elucidated, "There are telltale signs signaling when someone envies us, signals often overlooked due to our inherent trust in others. Today, I shall impart to you 8 phrases warranting particular attention, phrases that, in most instances, betray feelings of envy and animosity towards you." The disciples, nodding in comprehension, exchanged glances, their minds traversing through memories of instances when these phrases had been wielded against them. Kizo proceeded to unveil the first phrase to heed. "I don't understand why you always seem to have everything," he pronounced, his gaze piercing towards the horizon. This utterance, when voiced by an acquaintance or kin, resonates like a chilling gust of wind through mountain crevices, carrying a subtle shadow of envy. It serves as an involuntary acknowledgement of others' success, tinged with a hint of bitterness stemming from one's own misfortune. Whether articulated knowingly or not, it betrays a negative sentiment. Imagine confiding in a friend about your accomplishments, only to be met with a response like, "That's great for you, but I can't comprehend why everything comes so effortlessly to you." The disciples exchanged knowing looks, recalling instances when these very words had been hurled their way. The second phrase to imprint upon one's consciousness, Kizo continued, is, "You must be exceedingly fortunate to achieve such success," he said, his voice delicate, akin to a bird's melody at dawn, sweet yet underscored by bitterness. This phrase insinuates that one's success is merely a product of chance or luck, rather than one's own merit and dedication. The disciples nodded thoughtfully, reflecting on the numerous times they'd encountered this sentiment expressed towards others. The third phrase to heed, Kizo continued with a voice as warm as sunlight filtering through tree branches, is, "I would never resort to certain means to attain what you have." This statement, akin to a shadow obscuring light, veils false admiration beneath a cloak of envy. It indicates a lack of appreciation for the manner in which the other has achieved their accomplishments, masking a fervent desire to possess the same. As Kizo's words resonated with the disciples, they began to grasp the nuances of recognizing envy and resentment in others. Moving on to another notable phrase, Kizo warned against, "It seems as though life always favors you." This sentiment, akin to an echo reverberating through mountains, cloaks envy within a guise of compliment. It implies immunity to life's adversities, disregarding internal struggles and sacrifices made to attain success. Imagine a colleague at work, seemingly complimenting you. "You always seem to have luck on your side. Everything falls into place for you. I wish I had your fortune." Though delivered with a smile, beneath lies an unmistakable tinge of envy, suggesting feelings of inadequacy or resentment. As Kiso delved deeper into the intricacies of recognizing envy, the disciples found themselves resonating with his teachings, each recalling instances where similar sentiments had colored their interactions with others. The fifth phrase to keep in mind, Kiso articulated with a gaze as profound as a crystal-clear lake, is, "I don't believe you deserve all that you have." This declaration, akin to a precision-guided poisoned arrow aimed at the heart of the envied individual, leaves no room for misinterpretation. It conveys a negative judgment on the value and merit of one's achievements, stoking the flames of envy with the fuel of disparagement. As the disciples reflected on Kiso's words, their expressions darkened, recalling instances where they had been subjected to such disparaging remarks. Continuing his discourse, Kiso highlighted another phrase deserving scrutiny: "You must have some sort of special backing to always attain your desires." This statement, akin to a creeping suspicion, insinuates that one's success stems not from talent and dedication, but from favoritism or connivance. It ranks among the least pleasant and most spiteful phrases one might encounter. Picture receiving a promotion at work, only to have a coworker cast doubt. "I don't mean to sound suspicious, but do you have some special connections? It's uncanny how things always seem to go your way." Such words, steeped in doubt and suspicion, imply that one's success is undeserved, attributed to nepotism or privileged connections rather than personal merit. As Kiso guided his disciples through the labyrinth of envy's manifestations, they found solace in his teachings, gaining clarity on discerning the subtle hues of envy lurking beneath seemingly innocuous expressions. The seventh phrase deserving attention, Kiso elucidated, is, "It's unfair how you always attract everyone's gaze." This utterance, akin to a sigh of resentment and envy, insinuates a sense of injustice at the attention and admiration lavished upon the envied individual. It fuels the flames of envy with the dry wood of jealousy, casting shadows of inadequacy upon the speaker. Envision attending a gathering where an acquaintance approaches you with a lament. You always seem to steal the spotlight. It's unfair how everyone fawns over you. Though disguised as a compliment, it harbors a hint of envy or jealousy, implying a sense of being overshadowed or neglected in comparison. The disciples, once more attuned to Kiso's teachings, nodded in silent recognition, each recalling moments where similar sentiments had colored their interactions with others. As Kiso prepared to unveil the final phrase of caution, the disciples braced themselves, fortified with newfound insight into the intricacies of envy's cloak. Finally, Kiso shared the eighth phrase to heed: "If only I had your resources, I could achieve great things too," he expressed with a voice as calm as the stillness of a starry night. This sentiment, akin to a sigh of regret, echoes with subdued lamentation, implying that the success of others stems from privileged circumstances rather than personal courage and determination. Picture yourself sharing a personal triumph, only to be met with a response like, "Yes, you've done well, but think of what I could achieve with your resources or free time." This veiled envy and frustration towards one's own limitations insinuates that your achievements are unfairly bolstered by advantages inaccessible to others. With a bright smile, Kiso concluded his discourse, reminding his disciples that defending oneself from envy requires both awareness and compassion. He urged them to remain authentic and resolute, undeterred by the words of others, and to continue their journey with determination and gratitude. As the disciples absorbed his final words, they felt emboldened, equipped with the wisdom to navigate the labyrinth of envy with grace and resilience. In the tranquil embrace of Kiso's teachings, the disciples found solace and clarity. Armed with newfound awareness, they departed from the monastery, each resolved to navigate the intricate tapestry of human relationships with discernment and compassion. As they ventured forth, they carried with them the timeless wisdom of recognizing envy's subtle manifestations and the fortitude to preserve their inner peace amidst life's tumultuous currents. With each step, they embraced Kiso's teachings, cultivating authenticity and gratitude in their interactions, and as they continued on their journey, they remained steadfast in their commitment to fostering harmony and understanding in a world often fraught with envy and discord. In the gentle whispers of the wind and the serene silence of the mountains, they found echoes of Kiso's guidance, guiding them along the path towards enlightenment and inner tranquility. And with each passing day, they drew closer to the realization that true fulfillment lies not in the acquisition of external accolades, but in the cultivation of an unwavering spirit and a heart overflowing with compassion.